Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, we got Mining After Dark. Yo, our second episode. My man, Crypto Mikkel over here, and I'm Nemesis. Guys, let's dig into tonight's segment. Oof.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the show. You know, if it's dark, let the RGB guide your way.
Right? Oh.
You know, well, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but it feels like Christmas. You know, I do got those green and red fans on one of my rigs, and so it just kind of glows in my living room green and red. And I was like, hey, look, it's perfect. It's just the time of the year. You know, it fits right in. You know how it goes. Well, what's going on, everybody? Dustin Neil Matthews. Who's mining with whiskey?
Oh,
well, I'm not mining with whiskey. I'm drinking water. But
I have some Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid, yay!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
What's up, Boss River, Ralph Cooper? How are y'all doing?
Hey, Ralph, never apologize for that, for speaking your mind.
Never. I actually gave you a specific spot in the Discord.
Just so you can get on your soapbox and speak your mind. With no censorship, dude.
I don't care whatsoever. You know, I would rather, you know, I don't mind. I don't discourage that at all.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
Everybody has their own opinion and is entitled to that opinion. And, you know, if I gave you a spot, it's called Hash Guns and Glory.
Cool.
That is the name of it's right there underneath the chill and chat. I think it's like the third one down in the general. If any of you want to know what we're talking about, the link for the Discord is in the description below, and you can hop in there and see what we're talking about. But,
oh, no problem, Ralph. I'm glad you saw it. Yo!
Yeah, dude, you're perfectly welcome.
Right, you're OG in the family, dude.
Gotta make you feel at home. You know, we gotta make accommodations for, you know, things that have transpired here recently. So we gotta make accommodations, and that is the fact. And I don't want to lose contact with other people.
Right.
Just mainly because some people might never see eye to eye, and that's perfectly fine. Me and Nim don't see eye to eye on mining stuff.
Right. I like ASICs.
I don't. I'd rather mine with an FPGA.
Which, you know, you're starting to get me to turn around on that whole FPGA thing. I mean,
I know.
I'll venture down the path with you on that.
Yeah, it's been
it's interesting stuff.
It's an interesting adventure. Huh?
It is.
Huh?
Oh.
DCA into those FPGAs, you know, which is you have to because they are pretty pricey.
Yeah.
But I mean, so worth it, man.
But every once in a while, a little deal will come glimmering out.
Right. Yeah. You know, kind of like, you know, some of the stuff that we've seen here recently, and and you gotta love it. And it's like that time of the year where you find really good deals on stuff because people are like,
they're thinking of
I
Christmas.
could use the extra money for Christmas. I'll sell some of the mining equipment, you know, or anything down that line. Especially people have been closing down mining operations, you know, for the past couple months, and price today just dropped like super hardcore, and still it just is continuing to go down a little bit.
Man, I'm sorry, but I'll give a cheer for that one. I love this.
Right. I mean, I don't mind it whatsoever. I thoroughly enjoy it because all the good deals come out, make it more satoshis. You know, I enjoy these times.
Right, because all the high-cost miners that are like, they're digging into their pocket already to pay everything. And then the price slips back and they're like, no, I'm going to put that back here. And off goes the rigs. I mean, during the last bear market, me and Mikkel, we know of a few people that shut down their 2,000 GPU farm until the price came back. They didn't sell anything. They just turned it off because they got electric bill at the end of the month. And when it's $27,000.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, they're like, oh, what's going on here? And you're like, oh yeah, you know, that's your electricity cost. You know, what are you gonna do about that?
Yeah.
Is it always like this? I mean,
You know who I'm talking. It's like Bits be tripping. I mean, during the bear market last year, he openly said, "Hey, I'm turning off my rigs until the price comes back." He's like, "I got to run this like a business. At the end of the day, I've scaled past my means." He kept on DCAing, even though his budget was down here. He DCA'd way past that over the course of a few years. Which, you know, at the end of the day, you got to pay. You have a building to put it into. That costs money. You got people that have to keep an eye on it. That costs money. And then, of course, the electric and the internet. You know, it's a business at the end of the day. You're no longer just doing it for testing purposes.
Once you grow outside of your garage or your house, it is no longer testing purposes.
Right. This is not for the lulz. This is serious.
You're not doing it for the memes at that point.
Right. Oh my God.
You're in there for the long haul.
Yeah.
And you got them big boy bills. You know, that's just kind of. I mean, shoot, we've been venturing down this path. You know, we'll talk about that a little bit. You know, we've been venturing down the path of, like, we made the announcement for last week, you know, with our location services that we're trying to get up and going.
Right.
And man,
finding a location that fits the needs, so that not only can we get everything going in the building, but we still have room to expand. I mean, it's not like your house. Your house, you got 100 amps, maybe if you're lucky, 200 amps. You still have to have your house. You know, if you want us to be able to see at night or watch TV in the evening,
turn on the washing machine.
Right, you can't utilize every aspect of the electricity. But if you get a dedicated building, that'll allow you to just max it out, purpose build it, and the problem is that once you hit that, it's a business. You can't think, well, I'm gonna go to work today and I've got the bills covered. You know, I mean, I am like right at that cusp already, where it's like I've got to start thinking about running it like a business myself already. Where, okay, I got to trade crypto to pay the electric.
Yeah, and you know, in that point, I enjoy it becoming something like that. Not because now you're not just doing it for testing purposes anymore. You know, it shows that you're evolving.
Yeah.
Testing on purposes for so long, eventually
it turns into something if you keep doing it.
It turns into something.
I mean, after 2 years, you know, it's like it's bound to grow.
Right. And you start looking at, you know, other means, and kind of like DG Diamonds is saying, you know, this is too bad for that farm that didn't invest in renewable energy. You know, and that's legit right there. Like,
right. And it's like in a lot of
it's not almost necessary, but it is a key factor into success.
Right, because
for that business.
Right, and it's like, and it's not so much you need to have renewable energy resources all the time. You just need to get into the right area. To hell with what they're using to get the electric. I don't care. I want to see that dollar amount for the electric this big, so that my Satoshis are bigger than the electric bill. That's all.
And it just so happens that service provides green energy anyway.
Yeah.
By all means,
please bring it here. But at the end of the day, it's brass tacks. You know, it's like I want to know what my bottom dollar is at the end of the day, and I'm not really caring where they get the electric from, as long as they give it to me.
Right.
And they don't like censor the amount that I'm trying to use. I mean, it's bad enough if a cop saw my electric bill, he would not think that I was mining.
Right. Chris Anderson said, "Max it out. Max it out." No, don't. Yay. Oh, no. Nope. I need to do some laundry with some rigs.
Hey, I had to do that just to put the AC on. I had to turn off one Litecoin miner. That's all it took. One Litecoin miner, and I could turn on my AC.
What's up, Bid Native?
Yo, what's happening?
What's going on, my man? Glad you made it.
Right. All right. How are your mining rigs doing? Yo.
How are you hashing, my man?
Right.
How are you hashing?
I hope your hash rate's high and your watts are low. Yo.
Ooh. so sensual.
Right? You want to know what's really sensual? Guys, this is a Raspberry Pi 4. Oh, this thing is actually kind of warm.
He's picking up, he's like, it's getting a little warm in my hand.
It's a little warm in my hand. My hands feel like it's sweating. I got like sweaty palms holding on to this thing. It is mining on some of that remote narrow. Oh. And I can build the OS for you guys and send it out to you if you wanted to. For a small nominal fee, of course, because there won't be any fees on the software. Oh! You figured it out? Yeah. There is no donation fee on my miner. Just the pool. That's it. Just the pool, which is good because that's one less piece of the pie that you have to give up. Hey, and it's one less hole in your leaky bucket. He says, that Pi 4 is a baby beast. And it's gotten even better since that video that he posted. I think you said you're actually releasing another video, right? Yes, I will be releasing another video showing how to construct the whole mining OS. Of course, I'm not going to show my little secret sauce, but I will show you how to sit there and actually put the Debian Lite edition, so it doesn't have the whole user interface on there. Less processes being used, basically, at the end of the day. So you're basically allocating more of the ARM chip to the mining process, so it doesn't have to do so many video processes on there. It's awesome. I'll show how to build it all out in command line, how to set up SSH on there so that you can run this thing headless and still, or for those of you who don't know what that means, no monitor, no keyboard, no mouse. Just have it run like that and show you how to control it, how to get it running, set up, all the nice procedures. I'll even show you how to, because like when you set the program up initially, it's got the donation level at 5, and in there you can set it down to 1. And I will show you step by step how to do that easy process. Boom. Just like that. You gotta love it. As Matthew said, no fees? Yeah, no fees. This is what's up. It's just like how it was in the early days. It is too. It takes it back, way back, deep back in the mine. Dug this out from the bottom of the mine. Oh. Right. Go past all the RGB because you can see. Dustin Matthews says Pi cost first weekly return. So 100 hash. But get this. What up, Gundy? 100 hash a second. So you're really not making much. But that's not a lot. But it uses it at 5 watts at just under 1 amp. So it cost you about what, $100? Right? $100. Yes, sir. So I mean, you're not gonna like kill it. You're not crushing it, but it is almost as efficient as running an AMD chip on there. It's actually better than running Intel if you were to actually scale it. Except on the price point. So I mean, if you have a bunch of Pis lying around, and you're a Pi freak, you got 4 or 5 of them, sure, put it on there. With 4 or 5, you will sit there hash harder than an Intel chip and using a quarter of the wattage. So they're hash positive. Right. Benita says, you could easily set up a 5-watt green solution. Oh, you easily could. Oh yeah, like easy. 100%. Easy all day long. you could go to Harbor Freight and buy their cheap little solar panel. Yeah, it comes with a little battery. You'd never wear it out. You would never. That'd be the video right there. Oh man, we need to do it. We need to do it. Yeah, I think I might. You just gave me a great idea. Yes. Boom. Great idea. Love it. I'm gonna look into some cheap solar solutions. Those things are super cheap. Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Specials, man. Banana said LOL. It'd be super cheap. It'd be super cheap. That'd be funny.
Harbor Freight for the win. Yes, Bitnator.
I mean, Rob Dahm, he just finished out his billet 4-rotor. You know, he had it at SEMA and everything. It's all-wheel drive, RX-7. The front chassis extended it a little bit to fit the 4-rotor right, to keep the right weight distribution on the car, which is good in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't look too different. It does take I think it was 10 inches. It's 10 inches longer in the front, which beside the point. He all the tools and stuff that he used for building this billet 4-rotor engine he bought from Harbor Freight. He's the Harbor Freight pipe benders, Harbor Freight welders. Dude, I laughed. I was like, you're over here building the most expensive 4-rotor ever at a billet, and you're using Harbor Freight tools.
Oh God,
you brave.
Yeah.
You real brave.
And you put an extra 10 inches on that nose, man. That's almost like my Camaro, man. It's like you have 2 feet of dead space in front of the radiator. It's like, why?
Boss River said, I missed some information.
I think he was talking about what it earns a week. I
also miss he might make more using the Pi to run. Oh yeah, to run the Cardano to run a staking pool. Yeah, I actually looked into that as well. You know, from the conversations we were all having in the DCA Discord this morning. Because I actually, courtesy of Gundy over there, I'm getting a Pine 64 from him. So I'm kind of interested to see what that's going to do compared to the Pi. Because they are both ARM processors,
right?
But they're not the same ARM processor. So I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to pan out, against that. But I've looked into doing that as well on there to see how that's going to run. But he said looking close. He also says about 10 cents a week. DD Diamond says closer to 5 cents, 5 to 6 cents per week at current difficulty before power? ? Because that's why you don't look at the dollar price, you look at the Satoshi price, and you figure out where your exit is, not for the current prices. Correctamundo.
Yes.
Very correct, sir. Says the strategy does not work with people with high electricity bills to pay, though. Correct, because you are at some times you are going to be eating a lesser dollar amount, so your electric bill you got to pay in dollars, which is a bummer. Until you can pay it in crypto, you got to pay that electric bill in dollars, and it's a bummer when you're mining for less dollars but more satoshis.
Mining Monero on a Pi you will make no money, but you won't spend any money either. You get the mining experience. I'm on what to mine right now.
Mining experience.
So I pulled up Random X. I put 100 hash, 5 watts, 9 cents a kilowatt hour, and it makes no money. But you're not spending it either. So I mean,
win-win.
I guess. Depends on how you want to look at it.
How much does it make? How much Monero does it make? Does it tell you on?
Let's see here. It would.
Here we go. I think
be making 0.0002.
0.002 XMR a day.
Yeah. Every 24 hours. Yep.
Huh. 0.002. Hey, Al.
It makes 1 cent a day, 1 penny a day. And 1 penny a day with no electric cost.
If you had 10 of them, you'd make 10 cents a day at no electricity cost if you could fit 10 of them on a solar panel.
Which you could. I mean, you're only talking 5 watts. And just under an amp. My wife's kids got a really good USB tester, and it's for like power cables and stuff like that, or putting on lighting off of USB. And I hooked it up in line with my power cable to the Pi, and I was measuring 0.98 of an amp.
Wow.
So, I mean, you could sit there, and most solar panels can definitely handle 10 amps, so...
Right, so...
10 of them, you're baller.
So you could theoretically, 80% of that, you could fit what?
You're talking, you're talking, 10 times 100, so $1,000 in Pi. So if you're a Pi fanatic, this is right up your alley.
Right,
and then you're talking
funny.
like about another $40 for the solar miner, the solar power kit that they got over there. I think it's like right around $40-$50.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
No.
But it doesn't put out a lot. But I mean,
doesn't have to.
Pies don't require a lot. So.
It's a win.
It's a win-win. Destiny and Matthews, you cannot mine Tezos. You can stake it, but you can't mine it. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and Bit Native, he made a comment on my channel right after I released the video. So he was asking about overclocking on these things. So I found a spot in the Pi where it said overclocking, but when I went to go try to enable it, it glitched out and puts you right back into the home screen. So it's, for whatever reason, it's broken. It's the coding for it's broken within Pi. But doing a little bit more digging into it, it looks like somebody made some experimental software that will allow you to overclock the ARM V8 processor, but it will only go up to 6 watts. I know, it's a lot. But that 1 extra watt does boost the frequency up on everything a little bit. Anything after that, it doesn't seem to really get much gains off of it. But the people that I've been watching doing those, they were using either no coolers, stock coolers, or just a fan on it.
Right.
I've been looking into a tower cooler and a water block from Corsair. Corsair actually makes a water block for this puppy.
For the Pi?
Yeah! You can water block a Pi!
How much do those things run?
So, the tower cooler, that is like just a little over, like $20-$25. The Corsair water block is $70. I mean, it's a water block.
Yeah, it comes with the pump and everything too. Though?
Yeah, it's an AIO pump.
Okay,
so
so you're paying $75, but you get everything.
Everything, boom.
No. He says lol Pi water block. Right? Water block a Pi. I don't know.
So
I don't know if that's like beneficial. But.
I've got a water block on my Threadripper. For the Threadripper, and it's a dual fan radiator, AIO pump on there, so it's everything in one unit. And that was like $150. So for it to be, a quarter of the size and almost half the price, it is what it is. I mean, if you're serious about water blocking, and you're serious about trying to get the maximum hash rate, because those ARM processors, they'll get up to the up to temperature, and then they thermal throttle itself back.
Yeah.
So if you can just dissipate the heat faster than it could generate it, theoretically, I should be able to push it a little harder.
Theoretically. What is the temperatures running right now with... Do you know?
No, I do not. But I have temperature probed it, and temperature probing wise, it is running at 98 degrees.
Ooh.
They don't thermal throttle until 85C.
Huh. Still high temperature.
Yeah.
So I mean, and at 100 hashes, so getting the temperature down to like
If I can keep
40, 50 C with a water block, I mean,
theoretically, I might get an extra 10 hash for that.
I think you might get more than that.
We have to see. I mean, that's testing right there. Oh, juicy testing.
That's testing porpoises.
Yes.
that's worth testing on some porpoises.
Oh yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that. Don't get mad at me. So what we got going on here? Boss River said everybody is staking that free Tezos. Yeah, everybody is staking that free Tezos from Coinbase. That is probably literally what everybody's doing. I thought that's pretty funny.
Right, that's the only thing that seems to be like pumping right now. It's got the pumpamentals.
Justin Neo Matthews. So what would you do with a 3K on a monthly ROI? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, buddy.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not sure exactly what you're meaning on there. What we would do with 3K if we can do a monthly ROI, if we can ROI every month. I'm not sure.
Fucking FPGAs, that's what I'd be fucking.
Right.
I don't know about you, but the BCUs are doing really good right now.
He's talking about invest 3K. If I had 3K to just invest.
I invest in some BCUs.
Right. I'm about to say, I think I kind of want one. Just even if I hate the sucker, I want one just so that I could say I put it together, I got it to mine, and I didn't melt it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to
really
be like
easy.
the technicals.
Yeah, because if you don't know what you're doing, I mean, it's gotten better since then, but one of his issues is that he got a hold of a bad bitstream, and the temperature
Boss Rivers, like, what's the best to mine with the Vega 64 Raven or Ethereum Classic? You want to know what you can? Now this is
hard
just
to say.
No, this is just me. Okay, I'll answer it in my most honest way that I could. I would mine that card into a NVIDIA. You see, you change the pickaxe for a shovel, and you start using that, and then you can mine Raven, Ethereum. I mean, I've got my RX 580s on Ethereum Classic. Okay, my 580s do better than any Vega will on that algo. I'm sorry, I'm using less electricity in the long run. I mean, at the end of the day, that Vega is going to spend every bit of crypto it earns in its own power.
Yeah, because they're power hungry.
Oh my God! I mean, you're talking. I mean, even if you dial it back as far back as you could before it starts to become unstable. I mean, you're still talking 210, 230 watts, dude.
Justin Ian Matthews. Boss River said, with 3K, I would build a 1070 rig.
Right.
He said 1070 running 24/7 could hypothetically net what a month. I mean, 3K for 1070s, which you can find for about 200, like
oh my
around
God.
That's
200. A lot of graphics cards.
It's around $200. Motherboard. That's not a whole lot.
I mean,
so I mean, just
you would be. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm trying to do the math, but I'm trying to think how I would approach this.
Right. I mean, it's like with the 1070s. I mean, it's not a bad idea, as long as you can find enough of them for the right price.
You could probably buy 10 of them for about $2,000, probably.
Right. Which
that
means
would give you $1,000 left of overhead for building out
the power supplies, RAM,
that's gonna be the most expensive thing.
Power supplies, RAM, motherboard, CPU.
Right. You can use one motherboard,
I mean,
one CPU.
You'd probably be making like between $300 and $400 $8 a month, maybe.
Yeah.
Somewhere around. I'm kind of guessing at this point. What do I know? I'm just a boob tuber.
I don't know jack shit.
We only test.
So off like just a rough, crazy estimate. Weird how Zell hash is at the top of what to mine's calculators.
The S17 Plus, man, I so want to get one, and I want to see. I want to see if I can get some like custom firmware for it too.
You'd make $1 a day after electric. Your revenue would be about $4.50 a day. With after electric though, at 10 cents, you would make $1 a day with 1070s.
Wow, I thought it would be a little bit higher than that. Gotta love this bear market, but dude, the sats. Oh.
Yeah, you make a lot of Bitcoin.
Oh my god. It's hard. It's hard to gauge. It's hard to sit there and say ROI when you're in a bear market.
It really is.
It's relative at that point because, like, if you're doing the long, I mean, where all these traders are shorting the market, us miners, we go long. Yeah, Presto, I hear you on that, man. Those S17 Pluses, they are a little pricey. Yes, indeed. But what
you make about 0.0007 BTC a day.
Ooh. That's S7. That's S9 territory. Oh.
7 a day times that. That's 2% of a Bitcoin in a month.
Ooh. That's
not factoring electric at all.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're looking long on there, you're mining at home, you're paying the electric bill at the end of the day, you know. So, damn,
right.
That's actually not bad.
Because if you change the price on what to mine to your target exit, it gives you a better idea of profitability. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he said it's nice still. It really is. That's not bad, and it would be better on a 220 volt because it would actually cost you a little less.
A little bit less, yes, because you people think that they get charged on wattage, and wattage is like sitting there and saying that you have some pressure in your garden hose with water, right? That's like saying wattage, and voltage is like the ability to wash off your car with that water, but it's not doing anything yet. It's just bottled up in the hose, right? When you open up the spigot to release the water, that's amperage. That's the actual flow of water or flow of electricity. The actual part that's doing work.
Right.
A lot of people get that confused. You know, they're like, "Oh yeah, I used so much wattage." I'm like, "Well, how much amperage did you use?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I used 70 amps." I'm like, "Oh, what?"
No, it's fine. You know,
just like, and my rigs, you know, they turn off once or twice a day. You know, 110's great power.
It's the worst power. I mean, and I run my shit on 110.
Dirty 110. So, that's almost like sitting there and using Coinbase's wallet.
I'm using their wallet to stake that Tezos though. That's for sure. That free Tezos they gave me, I'm staking it. I'm just letting them keep it in the wallet.
Well, at least if they exit scam on you, I mean, it was free, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it pumps hard enough, I'll just sell it. Send it and buy some mining equipment with it or something. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, the possibilities are endless. Right. So I don't know if I gotta show y'all people this. So there's been some stuff going on down in the community, in like the Bitcoin community.
Oh, I was wondering if you were gonna do it. I had a feeling.
I feel like we need to discuss this.
Yeah.
So here we go, guys. I'm using the Blockchain Explorers. It's Chains Crypto ID. I think it's chains.cryptoid.info. If anybody is curious, making sure it. Yeah. Okay. Good. It did pull it.
Yep.
I was making sure, waiting that 30 seconds to make sure that it pulled up correctly. Because we don't do this very often. So I'm gonna head over here, and I'm gonna head over to extraction. All right. So this guy right here has been
attacking the network
successfully 74%ing for quite some time now. Actually, at one point he was almost 90%ing everything. It's been pretty interesting watching this happen, and it's been a good long time now since this guy has been starting doing this. So I mean, just the last 1,000 blocks, it's been 72% of the pool. Which is not great to see. I think what is it? Mining pool stats. Yeah. DuckDuckGo it. DuckDuckGo. But yeah, so at least 74% on the low side. I've seen, right. Chris, he says, damn. He says 74% attack. Boss says sell half every time it doubles. And he said I sold all the rest of them today. Yeah, I said 600 blocks in 25 hours. And he says, I know that because that's how long it takes to confirm on BitMEX. Yeah, I'd believe that. So we'll head over here to mining pool stats, right?
Yep.
So,
and unfortunately, no more Vert over here. I'm still a supporter of them.
I want to see what they're gonna do. I really do.
I do.
I know they'll do something, but I don't know what. And I hope they do something, because I would really hate to see this project die over something like this.
And it's so, like, and I understand their point of view on it though too. I mean, good dubs cost good money. Cheap dubs don't cost that much money, but you get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
so, I mean,
and Vert's
all
is all like, aren't they volunteer based?
Yeah, they're all volunteer based, all of them. So this is kind of what you get. You got 1.13 terahashes on the entire network. Okay, and on all the pools that are registered right now, there is only 86.56 gigahashes, which has gone up quite a little bit in the past little while. I think they're trying to thwart him, but I mean, it's still only 85% of the known hash rate. But if you see right here, this is the big one. 92% of the network hash rate is unknown. So
that's scary.
Yeah.
And I actually tried to. I mean, me and Mikkel both put everything we had on here to try to help out. Mm-hmm. And we watched the guy's hash rate drop. I mean, between me and Mikkel, we're not too small. We're not small guys.
Yeah.
And the next day, he started like raising it. He put like over
it reached
10%.
Yeah, it reached 90. It reached 90 something percent that very next day.
Right.
Not saying that. I know, we don't have like a crap ton of hash power, but responding to that, he was just, whoop, let's just bump us up to 90, and then it stayed that way for a little bit until
he noticed that we weren't down there no more, and then he'd let it subside a little bit, so he had that buffer still. So, yeah.
Yeah, Boss Rivers said, he says, Gert told me today that there is nothing they will do. DJ Diamond said rip.
Yeah.
Boss Rivers said Grindlord donated 500 Vert coin to Gert. was like, "What do you think I'm gonna do with $200?" He says, but he claims he does it voluntarily, so not sure why he's complaining about USD values.
Yeah, and I saw some of that conversation, Boss River, and I was like, damn. Because like I might not be an active chatter in the Vert Discord,
right.
but I lurk in there. And I talk to the dev team on there, not Gert. But yeah, it's sad to see that, and I have reached out to the dev team to try to talk to them more, get some behind the scenes knowledge on there, see what's actually going on. And yeah, none of them are responding back for that. And my contact getting to try to talk with the main dev guys. I mean, he's more of a front end coder, not a back end coder like Grindlord is.
Right. And it's interesting to see all of this pan out. And
right. It's hard to see more projects that we're seeing, taking a hit, It's sad.
Yeah. And it's kind of a bummer to see stuff like this happen. Bosher said a sad day for me today. It was a sad day. Seeing reading some of the conversations and going back over some of the stuff, and I was like, this is a bummer because I really support their community. And
yeah,
I really
boss.
love
I would love to get James on here to chit chat with them. I absolutely would.
Right. He says, we send you 700 plus, all we want is a thank you, not an FU. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It is. I'm interested to see what is really gonna become of this.
I mean, it's nice to see that they're not exit scamming, but at the same time, if it's your project, fucking work. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a PG thing, and I just slipped the F-bomb on that one. But I'm passionate. It's like there is no excuse for not working. Oh, I'm not getting paid. You know what? I work on hot rods, and there's times where I'm working out there in the garage by myself, and I'm doing it for the love of it. I put together my engine for my 76 Nova twice. Why? Because the motor that I originally got, I didn't rebuild the whole thing. I just regasketed it and put it in there. It started smoking oil, so I had to pull it back apart, rebuild it. Of course, all on my dime. Did I complain about the parts bill? Yes. But my time in there? No. Why? Because I got to sit there and my little brother was right next to me putting rings on pistons and handing pistons to me as I was sailing them into the block, trying to build this thing as quickly as I could the right way. And it's like whenever I put it together, I'm like, man, I should probably pull this thing apart, bore it, but I'm like, I just didn't want to spend the money that I had to spend anyway. But my time on that motor, I enjoyed it. And to me, if I'm like that with cars and you're a coder, it's like, are you not that way about your code? It's like your code messed up. Get back to work. But
back you go.
Right, I guess that's different
Back
generational times. Exactly, back into mine.
That is funny though. Ralph Goober says, "Any good news?" He goes, "It's all doom and blah blah." Yeah, we do. He goes, "I would like some good news too." So okay, good. I would love to give you some good news actually. Ooh. So I don't know if anybody else has seen that the 5500 XTs have come out, and there has been hash rates on Ethash confirming already. The leaks that I've seen come through here, I am not sure if it is the 8 GB version or the 4 GB version. The article does not specify, which is kind of a bummer. So I can't tell you whether or not it is. I would imagine it is the 8 GB version. I would just imagine that that's what they would test on straight out of the box.
Were they testing it with the Apple variant?
No. It's just the 5500 XT. Because there is a XT and a non-XT version.
Right.
The non-XT version is only a 4 GB model. The XT comes in 4 or 8.
Right, and Apple is has an exclusive 5500 just for them. It's got the highest boost clocks on there, though.
Yeah, and it really does. Which I'm interested to see, if people start rolling out with those. I've seen a few laptops actually have the 5500 XT-M in the laptop, so I'm interested to see maybe if it is the same one as the Apple variants. But currently, after overclock settings and undervolting, right now, for the current price of the 5500 XT, which is about $170 to $200, depending on the model and gigabyte variant, it's putting down about 26 mega hashes. So you're putting down 26 mega hashes at 65 watts.
That's actually not bad, considering that the drivers for the miners aren't all the way there. They'd be a generic set of drivers. So that probably puts it, if it's the 8 GB variant, that puts it to the RX 580 level, I bet, once the drivers are optimized in the miners. You probably can see 30 to 31 mega hash. Maybe on the low side, 29. But if it's
26
pulling,
is their high side right now.
Right. And if they're going to be targeting in at that 65-70 watt range doing that, baller. But if you're getting it for the exclusiveness of mining that Ethereum or Ethereum Classic, it's like Ethereum eventually, at some point, it's going to be a surprise when it happens, I swear.
Right.
They're going to go to proof of stake. They're going to 86 to mining. And right around that same time, Ethereum Classic will probably be switching over to SHA-3. And SHA-3 is a FPGA algorithm, guys. So there will not be any GPU mining on there, guys. The BCUs will make your mining rig farm just look silly to be on there. Like, oh, look, it's cute. Now get off.
Gotta love it. This is... Nick's Consulting says time to break out the rum and eggnog.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, buddy.
What's this? What's this announcement to the next week's announcement? That Mr. Anderson over there is talking about.
I know what he's talking about. I'll get to that. I'll get that in a second. Let's see. Bitcoin Jake says he loves coding. He's currently working on an open source Bitcoin Minecraft treasure hunt. Which is,
and if you need some testers, I'm down.
He told me, he goes, I'll let you test it out. So I'm actually tomorrow. I'm actually going to spend a little bit of time on his server, his Bitcoin, not Bitcoin server, but the Emerald Quest server that he has built on Minecraft, to give it a good go around with him.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me something about it. It's done within Minecraft itself, right?
Yeah. Yep. Which should be kind of fun.
All right. Bitcoin Jake, if you need me to test it, I will. I'll get it. I'll get the game for you.
It's super cheap.
I know. It's like I've had a lot of people who are like, "Oh, check it out," and I'm just like, it's okay. I'm a Fallout guy. All right.
I love Fallout.
You get to build in Fallout, and you get to kill zombies. I mean, and make your own guns, and the graphics look amazing.
is soon, very soon. I'll need testers.
All right, just let me know and I'll get the game.
Nice, gotta love it. I think he's running on 1.13 is the version his is running.
He's on Java Minecraft. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I run too, is Java.
Ooh. Yeah, you told me, you schooled me about this, all right? Because I don't know nothing about Minecraft, so I guess Java is the original version, if you guys didn't know about Minecraft.
Yeah, because there is like a Windows 10 version, and it's not the original version. Yeah, he said, I'm coding with 1.13.2. He says, but might release on current. When I release, we will see. Yeah, this is one game for kids, one game for the adult. Practically same game. Bitnator says he can't play Minecraft well at all.
Hey, man, you just got to remember, it's all about, you punch a tree, man.
He says, yeah, who uses the other one? I don't use mobile or console. My son's played on the console version on the PlayStation variant.
Yes, Red Panda. Smash them Lizzy-like buttons, guys. Yo.
Smash that. He's just watching you guys at a restaurant. Thanks for the love, Panda.
Yo.
Enjoy that delicious food.
Right.
But yeah, he plays on that. I had the original version. I actually bought Minecraft out like way before it was ever taken over by Microsoft. Crazy side note. So, like OG account, which was a pain trying to get back into. I'd have to jump through all of their hoops to be like, oh yeah, you want to use this original version? Yeah, I do. Give me back my stuff that I paid for. Because I was like, I don't want to pay for it again. I've already paid for this thing once, and I paid, less than what they charge you now for the game.
Right.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
He says at Bitcoin. Benny says at Bitcoin Jake. He goes, will you be utilizing any Lightning? He goes, Bitcoin transaction time, Bitcoin block times like that would make a game challenging.
Yeah, because then you're talking about instant payouts instead of your payment will be processed in the next 30 minutes. Because you want to wait for at least 3 confirmations. That's 30 minutes.
I love that. That's pretty funny. But so yeah, while we're still in here and everybody's still here, I am going to make the announcement that we are doing currently. I'm assuming what Chris is referring to is the Patreon that we are actually setting up for the channel.
Oh!
I think that's what he's referring to. We're currently setting up Patreon for the channel. It will have like different tiers, because we do have different shows, so you can contribute to your favorite show, and that way it will kind of help. It'll help out, the different shows. He's spit it out. So yeah. That's kind of what we're gonna go for. Gonna have some tiered stuff in the Discord.
So we will be, once we have it set up, me and this guy, we're gonna have exclusive content.
Right.
Behind the scenes. Maybe behind the scenes, I show somebody how to remove the dev fee off of this. Oh, I mean, that kind of behind the scenes knowledge, guys. Yo, you heard it here first.
And yeah, so we'll have stuff for like our channel. Of course, we'll have like a tier for us. There'll be like a tier for the Trading View stuff with Jay, Cryptonaut. So you'll have stuff with him. Even some stuff in with Chris Anderson. I've been kind of looking into, with like brand building.
Right. We haven't figured out exactly how we're setting everything up, but
yeah, we're still trying to
we have some ideas going on though, for sure. So definitely, guys, stay tuned with all of that. We just got to work out the little kinks out of it so that everything is nice and smooth and a great experience for all of you guys. Because I mean, for the at the end of the day, this is you helping, basically tipping us by helping you guys level up. Ooh.
Right. And so I think that would be a great way to help this channel grow faster and be able to provide better content for everybody.
Because it's hard to work around normal 9 to 5, you know, job schedules, or if you have to work nights, you know, makes it even more rough to be able to get some of that good and wholesome knowledge out.
Chris said, tell them about the merch concepts. Yeah, we do have merch concepted out, you know, and designed, ready to be launched. It's coming in, and it will be able, so we can see it first. We want to see it before we have everybody else, you know, be able to have it. So that's pretty great that we're going to have that. And, you know, right now I think we have concept shirts, hats, beanies is currently what we've been working on. So we really love to appreciate all of you that have been here and helping out with all of this. Please smash the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Please go down into the DCA Discord, join, and enjoy all of the free content that is in there.
Yeah.
And enjoy it while it still is what it is before it changes a little bit. Because once I roll out, once we roll out the Patreon stuff and getting everything settled, the Discord will have to change a little bit. It'll have to, some things will have to get moved around and shuffled around in order to accommodate the needs that we are about to be building.
Right, because we are going to build something epic that'll be
fantastic.
Long lasting.
It's going to be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a fantastic adventure. Ooh. So stay tuned for the DCA adventure shows that we have coming out.
Oh.
Really would appreciate it, guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Love it. He said I had a pretty good idea for a design, but maybe it's not. But maybe it is DG Diamond.
Ooh.
Maybe so. So Nick's Consulting said it sounds great. So I would, and he says I will cut my other Patreon to support you.
Oh.
That is fantastic, Ralph Cooper. That means a lot, buddy. I really
that is legit.
That was legit.
Would really appreciate that. It will 100% be up and running by next Friday. So on next Friday's live stream, we'll have something to show you all. It should 100% be there by Friday. So I hope y'all will enjoy what we have coming, what we have to offer. I also have a giveaway coming out. I'm trying to think when I'm gonna do it. Think about doing it on Christmas Eve or maybe on Christmas Day. Hop on here for a little bit. Hop on a live stream. Everybody say Merry Christmas and give away some stuff. I got a hardware wallet that I got to get rid of that I was given to by SecureX. It's an extra one, and I think it'd be a nice little Christmas gift for somebody. So we'll give that away on Christmas.
Yeah. Maybe do some crypto giveaway.
Maybe even do some crypto giveaways. So stay tuned for all of that, guys. Some great announcements. All right. Jay Meyer says, "Yo, what up, Jay?
Yo,
you gotta love it." Yeah. So it takes some time to build a good base. Don't lose hope. It does take time to build a good base, you know, and we're not losing hope, but you know, gotta do it. Gotta do what you gotta do. Gundy says crypto lottery. Oh my gosh, let's do it. Love it, Gundy. Love it. It is a good idea, you know, to kind of give away to the community. It won't be very long. We'll do it probably in the evening, I would assume, you know, because everybody can spend time with their family.
Right,
and
right.
whatnot. Seattle. 25th falls on a Wednesday this year. So look out for that, guys, on Wednesday. Because we gotta feed our families, and we gotta feed our families. Yeah, we gotta feed our families, Chris Anderson. That is very, very true.
Right.
Kids gotta eat.
But there's nothing that says that even though while they're eating, that, you know, DCA Adventures couldn't be a staple on your table. Yo.
Boom. Just like that.
Oh yeah, that just happened.
Love it. And another announcement for me, personal announcement. My actual website will be going down for a little bit. I'm gonna rework it. I got some things that I need to change up on there, and change a lot of stuff. So I will be probably closing that down, I would assume by next week. So anybody wants to go there and support any of the artwork, any of the shirts, the hats that are there while they're there, because some of the stuff probably won't be there whenever it comes back online. Just to be completely honest, changing things around and going not a different direction with the store, but updating it and making it better, and that takes time. So
oh yeah, and I've been kicking around wanting to do something like that too, but it's like it's that work schedule, dude. It's rough when you have you know, you have a normal full-time job. You have a side hustle, you're mining, you're trying to produce content for 2 YouTube channels. It's like,
it does take quite a bit of time and effort
if we can get this like a Patreon together where I can, you know, help kind of fund some of this, I can actually alleviate some of this slave job and actually like kind of get more involved here and be more of a help here.
Right. You know, it would. I think everybody would really love it, and it would really greatly benefit the community.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
Have the both of us just full time. Oh, could you
imagine?
Could you just imagine it?
Mm-hmm.
With that,
Chris
guys.
Anderson, love it. He says, please hit up Crypto Mikkel Designs merch store before he shuts it down. He says, temporarily. Yep, temporarily. Sometimes you got to do it. But I appreciate everything. It's been awesome, guys. So, hope y'all don't have any more questions.
Right. If you guys get any more questions,
you got 30 seconds to ask.
Right. Otherwise, smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe. Share this video with at least one person. If you know that they're interested into this stuff, guys, bring them up over here. It's not just all about crypto. So bring them on in. Share it with one person. Helps us out. We need to grow this channel, guys. And it all starts with a great community of people like you guys.
Gotta love it. Thank you guys for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hope your hash rate stays fantastic and keep on hashing.
Remember,
please. Don't shut off your miner.
It's the end of the year, guys. You know, you're going to be looking forward to spending time with your family, but also start planning. This is the time to start planning your moves, your next grind for next year. I mean, think about that. Next year, you get to start all over again, fresh. Boom. It's like you could just take this year and just put it in the bag. You know, it's like you might be able to get a few more projects done, but if you want to start a fresh grind, there's next year, guys. And with that, we'll definitely see all of you guys on the next one. Yo,
later, guys.
Hey, I get to roll that new outro again, man.
That outro. Gundy.
I know, Gundy, you are the man.
I didn't forget about you. I seen you post it.
I know, right? And this thing is amazing, guys. Check it out. Oh.